Alright everybody, it is now time for my third game of Jeopardy for the Sega GameGear, in which so far I have won myself $27,628. In which I would like to win more. $27,628 in just 2 games. Taking on Jill this game. Dollar figures in place, and here are the categories. Museums, poetry, presidents, religion, anatomy, and shells with the word shell in quotation marks. Museums for 100. You can't hold a candle to her London Chamber of Horrors. Who was Madame Tussauds? Yep. I will go with museums for 200. This city's Rijksmuseum is known for having the finest collection of Rembrandts. What is Amsterdam? Yep. $300 now. Museums for 300. This Midwest city's science museum has a coal mine and a submarine. What is Chicago? Alright. On a roll. Double my money. Museums for 400. The Uffizi Gallery houses this country's national library. What is Turkey? If Turkey's right, I go up to $1,000. Oh, it's not Turkey. Oh, shoot. Down to $200. Fizzy. It's Italy. Italy. Okay, museums for 500, please. With paintings going back to only 1880, this museum was founded in New York City in 1929. What is the Museum of Modern Art? There we go, up to $700. Poetry for 100. Tennyson's Idylls of the King were written about this legendary ruler. Not too sure about this one. Jill. King Arthur. Now she's got a little bit of money. Poetry for 200. In the spring, it lightly turns to thoughts of love. Joe rings in. A young man's fancy. Poetry for 300. Two-letter title of a Kipling poem. It begins 11 lines of the poem. What is it? No. Down to $400, so we have a neck and neck match right now. If. One of the letters was wrong. It was if, not it. We're going on. Poetry for 400. Robert Frost wrote, "When you have to go there, they have to take you in." What is heaven? No, so I'm gonna lose all my money now. $0. Not doing too well this game, and for winning over $27,000 in 2 games. It's home. When you go home, they have to take you in. Alright, last clue in that category. I know that's what she wants. Longfellow poem which begins, "This is the forest primeval." I think I know, but I'm not too sure, and I don't want to go in the hole, so I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Does Jill know this? No, she doesn't, so she'll go into the hole. Minus $200. These are not easy. Evangeline. Okay, I'm glad I did not ring in, because I was thinking Song of Hiawatha. That's okay. Presidents for 100. The only president born in California. Who is Richard Nixon? And once that's right, I'll have some money again. Alright, $100. I'll go with poetry for 200. Or no, presidents for 200. Excuse me, presidents 200. In 1924, we kept cool with him. Who is Calvin Coolidge? Poetry's over. Now we're in presidents. Is it Calvin Coolidge? Yep. $300 now. I'll go with presidents for 300. All presidents from Kennedy to Carter served in this branch of the military. I'm going to say, what is the... I think it's the Navy, so I'm going to say, what is the Navy? Double my money. $600. Presidents for 400. Alaska and Hawaii became states under this president. I believe they became states under President Dwight Eisenhower. Pretty sure that's right. Yep. I have $1,000 now, and I'll take presidents for 500. Assassinated president buried in Canton, Ohio. William McKinley. That was my guess. Oh well. Got some money though. $1,000. What's the next category? Religion? Okay, 100 please. After a serious auto accident, this late black singer, actor, dancer converted to Judaism. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a guess. Who was Sammy Davis Jr.? Good thing I went for it. It is Sammy Davis Jr. $1,100 now. Religion for 200. His epitaph includes the fact that he wrote a Virginia statute for religious freedom. Who was Nat Turner? Oops. No, not Nat Turner. $900 is what I have, but at least I have money. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. Okay, religion for 300, please. The statesman who said, "I consider myself a Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Jew, Buddhist, and Confucian." Whew. Wow, he was a lot of things. My next question is, was he crazy? It was Gandhi. Gandhi. Religion for 400. The city that's the site of Oral Roberts University. What is Oklahoma City? No, it's not Oklahoma City. Dropped down to $500. Tulsa. It wasn't Oklahoma, but I had the wrong city. Derp. Religion for 500. The first U.S. citizen canonized by the Catholic Church. Jill gets this right, she'll take the lead. But she doesn't know, so she'll go back into the hole. While I have $500. And I don't know. Mother Cabrini. We have 2 categories left. We're moving on to anatomy for 100. Daily double. She's going to wager $100. Number of digits Mickey Mouse has on one hand, she doesn't know, and the answer is 4. Even I knew that. So she'll go down to minus 500. She missed a rather easy clue, but we're going to keep going. Anatomy for 200. Common name of arteriosclerosis. What is common name of arteriosclerosis? What is heart disease? No, it's not heart disease. Down to $300. I'm not really doing too well, but there's still plenty of game left. Arteriosclerosis is hardening of the arteries. Hardening of the arteries. Anatomy 300. By the time you were born, this had become your main source for new blood cells. I don't know. See if Jill knows. Bone marrow. Anatomy 400. The only body part mentioned in the song T for Two. If Jill gets this right, she'll be out of the hole. A knee. Anatomy for 500. The constant complex orderly set of chemical changes in cells. I don't know. Normally don't do this bad at Jeopardy, but oh, metabolism. Oh, dirt. Oh, hey tiger. I felt somebody nudging against my arm. Shells for 100. At the suggestion of poet Lord Byron, she wrote Frankenstein. Who was Mary Shelley? There we go. Up to $400. 200. Where Peter kept his wife. What is a pumpkin shell? Oops, 400. Condition akin to combat fatigue. Oh. I think I know this. Shell shock. Yep. So now Jill is tied with me for the lead. I meant to pick the $300 clue, but I didn't mean to pick the $400 clue. But anyways, here's a $300 clue. To play this, you find the P under one of three. What is a shell game? Last clue. A decisive defeat or a lovely finish. And I'm going to finish double Jeopardy, or I'm going to finish the Jeopardy round with $900. If Jill gets this right, she takes the lead, and I go first in double Jeopardy. Shellac. Yep. So she goes up to $1,100, and I have $900, so I'll be going first. What are our categories this time? Medicine, starts with J, just names, trivia, Broadway, and the Civil War. Medicine 200. Patient isolation. What is quarantine? Get this right, I'll be tied for the lead. I'm tied for the lead. Do medicine for 400, please. Anti-malarial drug present in tonic water. What is quinine? Uh-huh. Oh, 600 please for medicine. Cuban doctor Carlos Finlay was the first to discover they transmitted yellow fever. What are mosquitoes? I'll take medicine for 800. Ooh, daily double. I'll do 900. Total of $3,000 if I'm right on this clue. Greek physician who coined the words chronic, relapse, and convalescence. No idea. Hippocrates. So I dropped down to $1,200, but I'm still in the lead. Medicine for 1,000. France was the first major European country to forbid them to practice surgery. And Jill does not know. Barbers. Okay. Next. Take starts with J200. The first Mrs. Bonaparte. Who was Josephine? Yep. I'll go, it starts with J for 400. A puzzle that people go to pieces over. What is a jigsaw? Up to 1,800. So I'll try to add on. Starts with J for 600. People say fine to crossing a street this way. What is jaywalking? $2,400. It starts with J for 800. The only J in the Pledge of Allegiance. What is justice? Well, I feel like we're getting somewhere. I'll be over $3,000 in just a little bit. $1,000. Field event and Olympian throws. What is a javelin? And I would have ran that category with no problems. $4,200 is a category I've completed with no problems. Next category. Just names, 200. A man's name, a bird's beak, or a restaurant's check. What is a bill? Just names for 400. What you stick your pimento in. What is an olive? $4,800 now. 600. A single serving of butter for Mrs. Nixon. What is a pat? It's going to get me over $5,000. Just names for 800. A jolly tar, or the knave in a deck of cards. What is a jack? It's going to put me over $6,000. $6,200 to be exact. $1,000. A completely honest hot dog. What is a frank? That'll be 2 categories I've knocked in the head, and that's going to put me at $7,200. Alright. We're getting somewhere. What's our next category? It's trivia. 200, please. Best known for home run 715, he hit 755 altogether. I'm going to say who is Hank Aaron. I'm right again. 7,400. Trivia for 400. Common name of hydrated ferric oxide that coats iron and steel. What is iron oxide? No. So I'm going to drop down to $7,000. But I still have the lead. It's rust. Rust. But we're going to keep going. 600. His cartoon GIs, Willie and Joe, gave the real GIs something to laugh at in World War II. It's Bill Malden. Bill Malden. Trivia for 800. Both Ludwig of Bavaria and Disney of Burbank have recreated her castle. Who is Sleeping Beauty? Alright, 7,800 now. Trivia for 1,000. Against British orders, Gandhi marched down to the sea to make this. Jill's gonna ring in. Salt. So that'll take Jill up to $1,100. We are making progress, that's for sure. Broadway for 200. She was the miracle worker for Patty Duke's Helen Keller. Who was Anne Bancroft? Yep, that takes me to $8,000. I'll take Broadway for 400. Lerner and Lowe's One Brief Shining Moment, which ran from December 3rd, 1960 to January 5th, 1963. What is Camelot? What was Camelot? Excuse me. Yep. Broadway for 600. His first stage hit was I Remember Mama, but he's better singing for shouting, Stella! She doesn't know. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando. Broadway for 800. He won a Tony and an Oscar for the royal role he first played in 1951. I think I know. But I'm not too sure. Yul Brynner. Yul Brynner. Wasn't really my guess. Broadway 1,000. Rodgers and Hammerstein's longest running play. I'm going to say, what is The Sound of Music? No, it's not The Sound of Music. So I'm down to 7,400. Oh, it's Oklahoma. One category left, which is the Civil War. Okay, 200. Sherman's march to the sea was across this state. What is Georgia? Yep. 7,600. 400. So 165,000 fought the greatest battle in the history of the Western Hemisphere at this Pennsylvania town. What is Gettysburg? Yep. $8,000. Civil War for 6. Civil War president who was a West Point grad. Who was Ulysses S. Grant? No, it wasn't Grant. It's alright. Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis. 800. I do daily double. 1,000. Slave states that didn't secede were Kentucky, Maryland, Delaware, and this one. I'm not too sure on this one, so I'm going to have to take a guess. Kentucky, Maryland, Delaware, and this one. What is West Virginia? No. It was a wild guess. It was Missouri. Missouri. So it cost me a little bit. Down to 6,400, but it's going to be a runaway game. Last clue. Full name of the village where Lee surrendered to Grant. Jill, you gotta get this right to stick around. And she will not be around for Final Jeopardy. So it looks like I'm gonna win by default. Appomattox Courthouse. Appomattox Courthouse. So I'm the only one left for Final Jeopardy. The category is World Geography. I'm going to wager everything but $1. Jill is not eligible. Okay, so let's play Final Jeopardy. The highest and lowest places on Earth are on this continent. The highest and lowest places on Earth. I'm going to say, what is South America? It's Asia. Asia. So I drop all the way down to $1. But nonetheless, I still win the game. Despite only winning $1. Despite winning only $1, my 3-game winnings total is $27,629. So a 4th game is guaranteed. $27,629 in 3 games. I'll see y'all for my next video soon.